Okay, close your eyes. So we're going to stretch this way, real close to the lash line. And we can, let's see, I'm going to take this Q-tip and pretend it's my handpiece. We can pull down with this hand if we need to. And as you're working across, pull and keep these two fingers right here close together and near the lash line. If you're stretching up here, it's not a stretch, or if you're like this, it's not a stretch. But you all, okay, cool, we'll be right there. But it's also a three-way stretch if you have to pull up and to the side. If I just pull this way, then all this wrinkly skin can get down here, and we can get dots that when you release it, the dots are up here too high. So that's why we do what I call kind of a two-way stretch here. Actually, it's a three-way with this finger. Okay, working across, working across. When you get in this corner, you can actually slightly open up the eye a little like that if you need to get into the corner. Just like that. Okay, for this lower lid, you have your client open their eyes. You're going to take their hand, you have your hand, and put their finger where you want them to put it, which is usually right there. And then you stretch here, and you can pretty much do that whole lower lash line this way. If you want, you can reposition this finger a little as you go across, tapping across there or using your machine, whichever you prefer. So this helps a lot, having them do that. Okay, for this eye, we work from the same side. Close your eyes. And we're going to work this way across. So you can actually just set your hand here with your handpiece. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 and work your way across. Tap, tap, tap. Don't forget to move your client's head if you need to when you get to this lower, or this outer edge rather. Tap, 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 tap. But again, you're close to the lash line. You're not stretching like way up here. Okay, so for the other side, I'm going to roll around. And it's going to be client's eye open, pull out and down. So they don't have to help you on this side. Just pull down with this finger and out, and you can work your way all the way across. When you get to the inner corner, move their head. You can actually just pull down a little bit like that when you get to that inner corner. Real easy to do from this side. Okay, eyebrows. I like to stretch with a tissue in my hand. Y'all hand me a tissue. Because you're wiping a lot and sometimes the skin gets slippery. So I have a tissue in my hand and I pull down and tight, and I'm working this way as I go across. Now you can use these fingers like this if you want. You can stretch that way too, but for me it's just easier to pull really tight and work right next to the finger that's stretching. If I'm stretching like this and I'm trying to work over here, that skin is not tight. So you have to be stretching tight where you're actually working. So that's actually a really easy way to stretch both eyebrows. Lips is actually kind of different. The way we stretch lips, for me the easiest thing to do is to have the client's mouth slightly open, and you can either do this, you're pulling back, and you can work this way across. So can you just get that Q-tip again? I'll pretend this is my hand piece. You can work that way. When you get over here, you can do this. You're working in and out. Or another way, open your mouth a little bit more. Get your hand in their mouth and work this way. See, by pinching the lip, it's actually creating a really good tight stretch. This way, if your client were to accidentally move on you, you've got a hold of their lip. They're not going to go anywhere. Not that that happens very often, but it could happen. To get in the corners, just have them open their mouth really wide, and they're actually doing most of the stretch for you. Okay? These corners, just like that. To do the bottom, this is my favorite stretch right here. My thumb is inside the mouth. This finger's just like grabbing it. And I'm working my way across. It's a great way to stretch. Now this corner is the hardest, so open your mouth super wide and just kind of do that and get up into that corner. So this hand is like over here and you're working this way. You can, if you want, on the lower lips, stretch on the teeth. That's fine, but it's just, to me, it's much easier to do this and to roll my thumb under as I go across, whichever way I'm going. Okay, that's it. That's stretching.